I am back. We had to redo the live, but that is fine. Iron out the kinks. Connectivity issues for one, and the app. But you know what? I wanted to say, bless y'all. Thank you for tuning in. As always, hope you're all doing well. We're in Malcolm X Park in DC. It's a vibe. Just as cool in the day as it is at night. The night has its own, kind of subdued city vibe. If y'all been tuning into the different, calendars we've been putting out there in terms of rock all over the world, we do it on a weekly basis, right? We start with Wednesday and then we end on Sunday. This particular live was going to be a little bit different, depending on, the audience, right? We were going to start with the trivia and then go to the shows. But since we have more time, we'll put people on and then we'll see if y'all can run the gauntlet of Black Rock trivia and then get yourself some free merch, because that was going to be the big reveal, That being said, the big reveal is honestly just that we have merch at all, and that it's going to be officially available for you September 19th, just in time for the equinox. So I never go to shows on Wednesday, but that might change, because the Wednesday party in DC, formerly Spellbound by Lori Beth, is at Little Miss Whiskey's Golden Dollar, and hello, that is the spot to be. DJ Devolutionary and Little Miss Whiskey's Golden Dollar, you know what I'm saying? We got it. JRCG, Bottled Up and Tosser were at Pie Shop in DC. The March Violets, Aromatics, and Rose Garden Funeral. Where was that? Metro Gallery, Baltimore. Cool. Sublime with Rome, so they're all going on their farewell tour. No more Sublime. They're Anne Arundel, Live Casino, which always has pretty banging music, but I will warn you, is not the most clean or safe venue. So be on your guard when you check it out. But enjoy the music. Murphy's Irish Pub around my side of town, Alexandria, with Kenny Kohlhaas, was on Wednesday night. And Kite Ships in the Night, and What a Rings, Fallout. The Goth Hangout in Richmond, Virginia. Thursday, we always got to do it up for our international shows. Let's see. Yeah, the Blackheart, London. Don't know if you've ever gone to London, fam, but 3 venues to know. The Blackheart, Helgies, and New Cross Inn. But that's not on the calendar for this week. Kick and Valentina, Midnight Devils, and Star Circus were at the Blackheart. Imaginary Colors, Carabelle, Outer Edge, Aerosol Falls, Will's Pub in Orlando, Florida. Mosh Isley instead of Mos Eisley from Star Wars, Atlanta, Masquerade, Bloodlines, Meadows, Imbalance, Becoming Suns, Vibes Underground, San Antonio, Texas. CEX Band, locally, Red Lounge Bar and Grill in DC. Same night, Thursday, Dark Dance Beach Party, Bar 13, Wilmington, Delaware. Asylum 13. Ooh, we got Remains of Vedas and Koi Soldiers at the Queen, also in Wilmington, Delaware. And jam band Umphreys McGee, cool, with Eggy, Pier 6 in Baltimore. Let's see. Almost to Friday. What other shows were there on Thursday? Oh yeah, Chains with Delinda, who's on tour. Dare to Live, Iron Gate, Out to Destroy. Cafe 611, Frederick, Maryland. I Hate God, also on the road. Who was that? Exhorter and Hans Condor, Rochester, New York. The Bug Jar. Yesterday was wild for shows. And it starts in Georgia, right? Blackstrap Music Rock Hall, used to be musical. Past Our Prime and Codependency, both metal bands. Ladrones in Memphis, Tennessee, at the High Tone. Midsummer Massacre Fest, Left for Dead, God Hand, Forced to Surface, Come and Take It Live, Austin, Texas. Also, Valhalla is pretty cool, but Come and Take a Live has a huge variety of music. Fear Factory, Wednesday 13. Black Satellite, House of Rock, Austin. Very cool. By the way, speaking of rock, we're going to be talking about the shirt designs that we have. Like, damn, fam, it all really came together. It's so surreal that sometimes I just think about, dang, our team really put in the work to make this synergy and this collaboration happen. So thank y'all, because you're part of the team too, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Fear Factory in Austin, like I said. Ultra Bond, GTG, Till 2 Club, San Diego, California. Gasket locally, DC Nightclub with Raid, Cartwheel, Bodied and Gooch. Pup Punk, Pie Tasters, Pie Shop. Siegebreaker, Mind of Evil, Burning Shadows at the Depot in Baltimore. Mitski and Lamp, Merriweather Post Pavilion. And let's see. Disaster Piece, Night's Edge, and Path to Exile, Blue Fox. Billiards Bar and Grill, Winchester, Virginia. Put on by the Black Rock promoter Bright Live. We love them. Today, Straight for the Scene, Space Pistol, and Company at the 66 Bar, that's in Cambridge, England. Viernes Verde, or Green Friday. Oh snap, hey Ebony! We were just talking about metal shows and discussing like some rock trivia. Gonna have a giveaway depending on how many people show up, but since you're here, hello dear, we can show you the designs since they're finally done. That's why it took so long. This is the one that I'm actually pretty hyped about. It's the devil horns, right? But it's also glitched. Inspired by the Matrix, Morpheus, because we love the sci-fis. And then this is more of our classic, just band tee. Yeah. This is the back. Front has the older bands on it. Lead Belly, Memphis Mini, Big Mama Thornton, Tina Tan, right? Tank top I have on, it's got Sister Rosetta, Godmother of Rock and Roll. And then Jimi Hendrix, and go on down the list. Why? Because we always want to shout out the landmarks, the vanguards of this sound, you know what I'm saying? There's a beautiful chronology of rock and blues that led us to today, and you gotta shout it out wherever you can. So let's see, Saturday, tonight. So like Viernes Verde, Green Friday, and Alternativo, and Helios. Turns out Ciudad de Guatemala has like hella rock. I did not know that. But check it out, Rockleville. Instead of Popolville, like Rockleville, I love it. Also in Ciudad de Guatemala. Never heard of Tirano before. Check them out. Antisistema, Bora, Trova Rock, right? So Guatemala City's got like at least 5 different venues you can check out alternative music. That's 2. Austin's got a shit ton. Valhalla's the one that people seem to love the most. And Misdirect, Casanova, and Sons of Kitch are playing tonight. Bar Sinister, always has the Go-Go Girls and the goth vibes. DJ JPEG and Tommy are the residents there. But the visiting artist tonight is Blacklight. Once again, joining us from Malcolm X Park. Thank you for being here. We're gonna listen to Black Rabbit. Okay, so tonight, over on the West Coast, we got KK's Priest and Accept, Whiskey Go-Go, famous LA venue. Robert Craven, Black Rocker, over at Boulder, Colorado, and Nick Clark, Tautaqua Auditorium. Riot 5, Leather Wolf and Company over in Seattle, El Corazon. The Invisibles, East Coast Defense and Company, Pearl Street Warehouse. A night of dark wave and shoegaze, right? That's gonna be at the Pie Shop. Glimmer, Talking to Shadows, Winter Sect. Formerly Sister Acts. Misery Index and Consumer Culture at the Auto Bar. No Nuclear Tune because they have COVID, but they were gonna be on the bill for that. Friendship Fest is tonight, Cafe 611, Frederick, Maryland. For Fear Itself, Revenant, Rise Among Rivals, Sweet Coffin, Waters Deep, yes. Heavy Psych, Doom Sounds with Heavy Temple, Valley of the Sun. North Carolina, Reggie's 42nd Street Tavern, Wilmington. Oh yeah, so Hair Metal Teas, Farm Brew Live in Manassas. Love it. Sunday, tomorrow, FMK, Guardrail, The King of Roses at Mag Bar, Louisville, Kentucky. SCHC, Circle Back, Quiet, Music Farm, South Carolina. So that's what the SC stands for. The Music Farm, Charleston. Crown the Empire's on tour with Dark Divine and Capstan. They're at the Rock Box tomorrow. Indie Rock Karaoke, DC9, baby. Hit it up. Delinda and Icons, Wilmington, Delaware, with Near Nightmare and Desolation. That'll be at 9 tomorrow night, Sunday. Totally Slow, PSYOP, Consumer Culture. Chapel Hill, Local 506, North Carolina. And then there's Sunday Church, Goth Night, Fallout, Richmond. So, some overlap in why it took a little longer to get on this live. Everything happens for a reason, right? I only had one shirt to show you, but then the tank top with the glitch design showed up, and I was like, this just seems to be a sign. So I packed it up and I came over here, and then I remembered to pick up the list of bands that my job wanted to promote in the area, right? There's at least 50 artists that weren't on the DC band list before, but now we're going to add them. But I figured I'd just throw them out there for those of y'all that won't see the published list for a while, right? We're shouting out Electric Grandmother, you know what I'm saying? Shouting out Bound by the Grave, Junkhead, Greenhead, Mortal Ground, DC, Death Bard obviously is going to be added to the list. Problem Solver, Scissor Fist was already on there. Delinda, you know, Torvis is already on there as well. Cemetery Sex, major addition to the DC bands by area list. Murder Pact, we are hoping to add. 51 Peg, yeah. Orlando Furioso, like, hello. In terms of local hardcore, like, you cannot leave them out. Metanium's already on the list, but gotta shout them out either way. Maul Dyer, right? The Nero Farm. Tur Eater, yes. Blitz, like, one woman black metal, and I love that for her. Mammoth Rider. Deep Rest, like you already know, Baltimore hardcore. Through These Eyes, yes, also like Maryland's new metal hardcore, we love it. Geisha, DC's heaviest. Usungal. Who else we got? Infrahumanoid. Crow's Eye. Law of Inertia. Shout out to Black Rocker Rick James, who is no longer with Emerge a Tyrant. I respect them on their creative journey, and I hope to follow you wherever that you might go. You rock, and you're one of the coolest guitarists on the East Coast, if not ever. Psyop is going to be added to the list. Yeah, you already know. Local legends. Thousand Been Missed. Right. Polluted Tongues. Coke Bust. Silver Tongue. Can't believe Silver Tongue wasn't on the list before, but it's been a while. Let's see. For Fear Itself, who we mentioned at Friendship Fest. Digression. This is Flipside by Kai, by the way, one of my favorite artists. It's like pop, but it's also alternative, like kind of like Marcy's Playground, like Sex and Candy vibe. What other bands do you have to recommend from the DC area, fam? This list isn't quite set in stone yet, but these are the ones that I thought would be worthy of a mention. Path to Exile, Devil in Disguise, Magic Potion, Future Sect, Carrier Wave, Tugboat, Tripping Corpse. Like, let's go for Tripping Corpse. Support our Black Rock Hers, especially the ones that aren't afraid to be vulnerable and show how they feel inside. You know, it's not easy. You were ever so patient, y'all. Thanks for bearing with me and doing your diasporic thing out there. So, these are the shows of yesterday, the day before that, today, tomorrow, and the day after, you know? What's good with you out there? We showed you our designs, you know? We showed you, or told you some of our plans in terms of the launch on the 19th of September. There's going to be a pop-up here at Malcolm X Park with some of the merch. And if y'all are local and you happen to win the giveaway, then you can just meet me here to get it. But if you also just want to show up and support and buy some stuff, we will have mugs, you know, we will have t-shirts, tank tops like the ones that I designed and brought here, so that you can really see everything coming to fruition and be like, oh, like, there are ways to rock the diaspora that, you know, like, are tangible, and, you know, also, like, invite other people to wonder, you know, how do you rock the diaspora? What is that all about? And how can I be part of it? But more importantly, like, how do I rock the diaspora? The beautiful thing about us, right, is that in the multiplicity of our identity, we find so much empowerment just in seeing someone else do their thing. We're going to listen to some Kamiyata. We are very multi-faceted in terms of diaspora. None of us feel quite the same, express quite the same, but we can relate to each other. Some folks, you know, have their own feelings, just like the conversation in Suck a Nigga by A Tribe Called Quest is like, old heads and people that are more respectable will wonder why we've been saying the N-word, right? Why we have certain attitudes as youth or are anti-authority, right? Aren't afraid to talk about our dabbling with like hedonism and, you know, drugs and like rock and roll, like very rock and roll style lifestyle. And whenever you talk to people about like, you do realize like rappers largely listen to rock and emulate that rock star lifestyle because it appeals to them, you know, in that they can find the catharsis and really voice that rage and that frustration with society, you know. That's what rock is about in general. It's just that trap does it in so much more extreme of a way. Shout out to Extreme Trap. And more direct of a way, like it's just very in your face, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to trap. They don't mince their words, and a lot of it is problematic, but it's like, our society is problematic too. You know, none of this happens in a vacuum, and if any genres show that more, it would be metal and rap. You know, and then the fusion of those two. You know, there's a lot to undo and there's a lot to learn in life. You know, in terms of being more progressive and more connected to other people. But I know that trap serves its place. You know, like there's a catharsis and there's a canvas there, and the portrait being painted is real. You know, that's real shit. That's why we fucks with Kamiyata, you know. Let's see what else we got. We always want to make sure that we are being up with us. Let's listen to some Betty Davis. They say I'm different. We are different. When is the first time you ever heard a black woman in rock? Ask yourself that question. And did you realize that's what it was? The first time I heard black women in rock, it was definitely Tina Turner. And I knew that's what the genre was. I was blown away. I was like, I couldn't believe just how ferociously like talented and gritty and like soulful she was without holding anything back, you know. She's just one artist that we had to shout out in terms of our shirt design. Sister Girl Riot, you know, that's another collective, you know, very slept on, doesn't get the props that they deserve. Because I argue Tina Turner still doesn't get as much love as she should have gotten. That's why she moved to Europe and was more supported there. We got to give people their flowers in the ways that we can. And Sister Girl Riot is Maya G, Honey Child Coleman, Simi Stone, Tamar Kali, also Shoshana Vox. All black women in rock in New York City. And the first time people had ever really seen that before, you know, in like such force and such unapologetic ways, you know. They performed at CBGB's, they performed at Brownies, they performed at all of the places that you would think of in terms of like iconic rock stars. And then because it was the era preceding internet, a lot of that was pixel or it didn't happen, you know. If you weren't there, then you don't remember, perhaps. Or if someone has to tell you, yeah, Sister Girl Riot precedes everything that you see today in terms of alternative black women and, you know, just alternative black people in media, you know, especially in such a front and center fashion. And that's why this live, the redo, I had to make sure we mentioned that as well. Talk about it. That video, the reel that you saw of us compiling the do-it-yourself process, like from iron to wearing, is so you understand that making clothes and, you know, our fashion does take work, you know, it does take sweat, it does take a lot of effort, you know. I wanted to be a part of that effort to show our ancestors and the vanguards of these sounds that they matter that much, you know, that the work that they put in, I'm also willing to do that to represent them, you know. Our whole team is. So I guess, to summarize, you know, we covered shows, we covered our merch, we covered the goals that we have for the fall. We haven't covered how y'all are doing because I haven't had people tune in consistently to chat with quite yet. But I know you're out there. And I also want to say, like, you know, thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for making it this far. Whatever you're going through. Some sample questions, Black Rock Trivia for next time, because we will be here very soon. Perhaps even this Tuesday, we'll be back with trivia. Give you more time to prepare and get your mind sharp. One question is, what genre is the predecessor to rock? That's 1 point. 2-point question. Where is Motown, the iconic label? A 3-point question would be, who originally sang When the Levee Breaks? Another good 3-pointer in terms of sampling, right? Lil Wayne made the song rock, rap, hybrid, I Am Not a Human Being. But who originally sings that song in a sample? It's gonna be fun. I'm telling y'all, next time you tune in, we're gonna have some black rock realness. And at the end, if you rack up enough points, then you can get yourself some free shirts and more. You get your pick of merch as winner. It's gonna be a fierce competition, so be ready. Capital G. Speaking of industrial. We always like to ask, what's the first rock song that y'all have heard before? What stuck in your head and really had you interested in that? To stand for something. I'm on my hands and knees. Sounds of the park. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. It's not always a real-time conversation, and I'm totally fine with that. It was not meant to be that I got here at 6, because A, it was raining, and B, something told me to wait until the vision was realized. Now we have 4 pieces of RTD crew merch. It feels good. It feels surreal, but it feels accomplished. It feels like this was all building towards our dream, you know, collectively. When did y'all first start listening to 9 Inch Nails? I had to have been like 10. I couldn't have been any older than like 10 or 11, and I'm pretty sure it was Head Like a Hole. I was like, yo, Trent Reznor is like spitting. Are you serious? DC is a very interesting place in terms of the sounds that it gravitates towards, and it cultivates and it nurtures. The underground has always been very industrial and electronic and garage, and the very polished mainstream has been like heavy hard rock, and of course like cover, you know, alternative soft rock. DC and the DMV is just such a blend of sonic influence, and I highly encourage you to get into the greats of black rock here, like Red Sea with Tony Young, yes, with Bad Brains band in DC, also on the black rock shirt. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different, Amory, like hello. And now we have Jenny Hates Techno from Maryland, part of the DMV legends of, you know, black heritage. People will be like, yo, they're from here. End it, you know. Like, there's always ways to shout out what the diaspora is doing, you know, and the ways that we are putting on. I got so much love for us. I'm proud of us. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Got a lot of plans. The ambition and the fire has not gone out yet. don't be a stranger, y'all. The rock connects us, and you know, we got time. We have a listening ear whenever you got stuff to say, you know, people you want to boost, and you know, like, this is supposed to be a forum, right, to talk about diaspora concerns, standards, stereotypes, all that. Don't feel like you have to, you know, put it in a certain way or not be part of the conversation, because you deserve to be. We're gonna be back if Tuesday, if not Wednesday, to do trivia with y'all. Enjoy your weekend. Don't party too hard. Coming from us, right? And be safe, alright? Bye.